Okay, so good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rowena Mogot, and today I'm going to report about the Batas Pambansa 232, or an act providing for the establishment and maintenance of an integrated system of education. But before that, our objectives. At the end of the module, the students can discuss the teacher's rights, duties, and responsibilities as stipulated in the Education Act of 1982, or BP 232. B. Apply selected provisions in the Education Act of 1982 in the abbreviated case scenario relevant to the practice of teaching profession. So, for the introduction, Batas Pambansa 232, also known as the Education Act of 1982, is a law in the Philippines that outlines the structures and policies of the country's educational system, enacted during the martial law era. It focuses on promoting a balanced and holistic approach to education, addressing various levels from elementary to tertiary. The law emphasizes the development of nationalistic values, cultural awareness, and the integration of vocational and technical education into the curriculum. Additionally, BP 232 aims to enhance the quality of education and ensure its accessibility to all Filipino citizens. So now we're going to the main topic, Batas Pambansa 232, the Education Act 1982. So, our last president, Ferdinand Marcos, promulgated the Batas Pambansa in September 11, 1982. Okay, so now we're going to the general provision. So, the general provision are fundamental clauses or rules within a legal document, contract, or set of regulation. They typically outlines basic principles and definition and overarching guidelines that set the framework for more specific details follow. These provisions serve as foundation interpreting and applying the document's content. Okay, in section 1, Education Act of 1982. So, it is a piece of legislation that outlines the framework for education in the Philippines. It emphasizes the promotion and protection of the right to quality education, establishes the structures of education system, and defines the rules and responsibilities of educational institution and authorities. The Act aims to enhance the accessibility, equity, and efficiency of education, encompassing both formal and non-formal aspects. Additionally, it addresses curriculum development, teacher qualification, and regulatory mechanisms within the educational system. So, in section number 2, coverage, so this this act applies to regulate both formal and non-formal education in public and private schools across all levels of the entire educational system. Um, Declaration of Basic State Policy and Objectives. So in Section 3, the Declaration of Basic Policy outlines outlines the fundamental principles and priorities guiding a particular framework, often serving as a foundation statement or laws of regulations. And section number 4, um, okay. So in national development goals, so there are three. So first is to achieve and maintain an accelerating rate of economic development and social progress. Second is to assure the maximum participation of all people in the attainment and enjoyment of the benefit of such growth. And number three is to achieve and strengthen national unity and consciousness and preserve and develop, promote desirable cultural, moral, and spiritual values on changing world. Next is there are the state shall promote the right of every individual to relevant quality education. So na ano siya, murag nabuo siya regardless of first is sex, age, creed, socioeconomic status, physical mental conditions, racial or ethnic origin, then political or other affiliation. So in section number four is section number four, declaration of objectives. So declaration of objectives. Okay, so trains the nation manpower in the middle levels required for the national development. So aims to train the nation middle level manpower focusing on skills essential for nation development. So third is develop the professionals that will provide leadership for the nation in the advancement of knowledge for improving the quality of human life and responds effectively to changing needs and conditions of the nation through a system of education, planning, and evaluation. So it, aims to respond effectively to the changing needs and conditions for the nation through a systematic approach to educational planning and evaluation. Next, so all educational institutions shall inculcate love of country, personal discipline, teach the duties of citizenship, scientific technology and vocational efficiency, develop moral character, reach out to educationally deprived communities. Next is the educational community. So the section 5. Declaration of policy and objectives, and likewise declared government policy to foster all times and a spirit of shared purposes and cooperation among the members and elements of the community and between the community and other sectors of the science of the society. So declaration of policy and objectives establish the government's commitment to a fostering a collaborative spirit among community members and promoting cooperation between the community and others sectors of the society. Next is um so aid and support the natural right and duty of parents in wearing of the youth through the educational system. Promote and safeguard the welfare and interests of the student by defining their rights and obligations. Sound relationship between and other members of the school community. So promote the social and economic status of all people, personnel uphold their rights, define their obligations, and improve their living and working condition and career project. Next is extend support to promote the viability of those institutions through which parents, students, and school personnel seek to attain their educational goals. So Section 6, define and coverage. So, educational community refers to those person or group of person such as or associated the institution involved in an in organized teaching and learning system. So, members and elements of the educational community. So, of course, there's parents. Also, this is parents, and of course, this is students and school personnel. So, the term of educational community refers to individuals or groups, so groups, including associated institution engaged in organized or organized teaching and learning system. This compasses all those involved in the educational process within institution. So next is school, teaching or academic staff. So teaching or academic staff is refers to individuals directly involved in instructional activities, imparting knowledge and facilitating learning within educational institution. So letter B is school administrator. So when we say administrators, it encompasses individuals responsible for the overall management and administration of school, overseeing its operation and policies and organizational staff. Letter C is academic non-teaching personnel. So academic non-teaching personnel is um, includes individuals who contribute the academic environment but are not directly involved in teaching. So, such as librarians or kanang research support staff kana mo na sa library sila ang naga-manage or sila ang or other what we call this one is staff. So, lastly is non-academic personnel. So, non-academic personnel or it encompasses individuals involved in non-academic functions within the educational institution. So, such as administrative support, maintenance, or non-teaching teaching roles. So, next is Section 8, Rights of Parents. So, of course, we have there is our parents also have a rights. So first is rights to organize. So grants individuals the right to organize independently or with teachers to facilitate discussion on matters related to the entire school program. This aims to ensure the active cooperation of parents and teaching in formulating and efficiently implementing educational programs. Next is the right to access any official record directly relating to the children who are under the parental responsibilities. So, affords parents the rights to access any official records such as related to the children under their parental responsibilities, promoting promoting transparency and involvement in their children's education. Next is Section number 9, Rights of Students in Schools. Of course, you have the rights in school. So, uh, okay, so students have the right to receive relevant quality education, um, education, education through competent instructions that aligns with national goals, fostering their full development as individuals with the human dignity. So, so the rights to freely choose their field of study subject to existing curricula and to continue their course therein up to graduation, except in cases of academic deficiency or violation of disciplinary regulation. So, of course, uh, students possess the right to freely choose their field of study within existing curricula and can pursue their chosen course until graduation, bearing cases of academic deficiency or disciplinary violations. Okay. Okay, so the right of school guidelines and counseling services for decision and selecting the alternatives in field of work suited to his potentialities. So, and number 4, the rights to access to his own school records, the confidentiality of which the school shall maintain and preserve. So, of course, may karapatan ng mga mag-aaral na maipahayag ng malaya ang kanilang opinyon at mga mungkahi. So, next is the right the right the right to the issuance of official certificates, diplomas, transcript of records, grades, transfer credentials, and other similar document within 30 days from the request. So, ang mag-aaral sa pampubliko o pribadong paaralan ay may karapatan sa libreng serbisyo legal mula sa sangkop ahensya ng gobyerno para sa mga guro sa pampublikong paaralan at mula sa mga kinauukulan sa pribadong paaralan. Next is rights of school personnel. So the right of free expression of opinion and suggestion. The right to be provided with a free legal service by the appropriate government office in the case of public school personnel and through the school authorities concerned in the case of private school personnel. So, mo na to siya ang katong nasilay free namay uban niya kanang mga school nga free ang ilahang kanang masakyan. I don't know kung everyday ba, but kanang napud kay mabal-an usahay nga usually nakoy mailhan niya kanang school nga naghatod og sundo sila sa mga estudyante. Then next, the right to establish, join and maintain labor labor organization, and or professional self-regulating organization for their choice to promote their welfare depend their interest. So, um, may karapatan ang mga mag-aaral na magtatag, sumali at pangalagaan ang kanilang sariling organization sa larangan ng paggawa o professional upang itaguyod ang kanilang kapakanan at ipagtanggol ang kanilang interest. So next is the right to be free involuntary contribution except those by their own organization. Section 11. So, Section 11, special rights or privilege of teaching or academic staff. Teaching or academic staff have the right to be free from mandatory tasks not that directly related to their defined duties, unless adequately what we call this one compon compensated as per existing law. Yes. Next is the right to be free from compulsory assignment not related to their duties as defined their appointments or employment contract unless compensated therefore to existing law. So teachers are considered person in authority when carrying out lawful duties deserving due respect and protection in the discharge of their responsibilities. Okay, so muna siya ang the right to intellectual property consistent with applicable law. Teacher shall be them in person authority when the discharge of lawful duties and responsibilities and shall therefore be accorded due respect and protection. So that is considered person in authority when carrying out lawful duties, deserving of course deserving sila nga respect and kailangan po sila protect. So, 'di ba? So next is section 12, special rights of school administrator. So be accorded sufficient administrative discretion necessary for the efficient and effective performance of their functions, accorded to due respect and protection persons in authority while in the discharge of lawful duties and responsibilities. So, um, te- um, teaching or academic staff should be granted sufficient administrative discretion essential for efficiently and effectively carrying out their duties. So, last is section number 13, rights of school. The right of the governing boards or lawful authorities to provide for the proper governance of the school and to adopt and enforce administrative or management system. So the governing boards or lawful authorities of education institution have the right to establish proper governance structures and enforce administrative or management system for effective school operation. So the next is right for the institution of higher learning to determine on academic grounds who shall be admitted to study, whom we teach, and what shall subjects of the study and research. So of course, institution of higher learning have the right to decide based on the academic criteria who is admitted for study, who can teach, and what subjects are included in the study and research program. So I think that's all for my report for today. So that's all for the lesson 5. Okay, so for the summary of my report, the general provision and case section of the Education Act of 1982 in the Philippines, it covers the foundational principles, objectives, and policies governing the education system. So the act emphasizes the right to quality education, outlines the structures of the educational community, and delineates the rights of students, parents, and teaching staff. Key provision include the declaration of basic policy objectives such as broad general education and leadership development, and rights like freedom of expression and access to legal services. The Act also recognizes the autonomy of educational institution and the importance of collaborative efforts within the within the educational community. So I think that's all for today. Thank you for listening.